Here's crazy. Oh, hello. Am I live? I'm live. Good morning. Oh, man. Okay, I got my personal technical assistance guy here. Setting up the route that I'm riding, which is the hilly route in Watopia. Dude, I got it. All right. You could see before. Hey, Kim. Just getting the chats up here. Love it that you wrote "Sup, Garras." I'd like to hear that in your British accent, which unfortunately I can't do through text. Good morning, Richard. Hey, it's good to see you in the chat here. All right, here we go. Thanks. Just trying to get myself oriented to all the screens in front of me. Yep. All right, so this morning, got to do something a little different because my schedule is a little out of whack here still. So, normally Tuesday mornings is a recovery ride for me, and I'm free to just chat away with all you lovely people. But I gotta do some hard work this morning. So, I'm going to warm up for about half an hour, and then I have to do some really hard intervals. Oh, Kim says it's bright and sunny in the UK. It is thunderstorming here as we speak. It seems like it's flip-flopped a little bit. Yeah, I may have possibly considered riding outside if it was bright and sunny this morning too. I have to do sets of about three minute high intensity intervals today. So when the weather's nice, there is a state park nearby that has a really long, steep drive up to like a lookout tower. So I like to go do those there in the morning in the summer, but not quite a day for that today. Hey, Johnny. Good morning. Yeah, so let's see. Like I said, I'll warm up for about half an hour. I'll probably go through at least one of my sets. Be a little breathless for a while there. Try to explain a little bit about why I'm doing that kind of training right now. And then usually stream for about an hour. So I'll actually probably finish my workout after the stream. It's really important to me to have like some favorite tunes while doing really hard work. So you can't do that sometimes while live streaming because of copyright issues and stuff. Zizmansky, what's up? Zwift superstars. Nice headphones. Yeah, thanks. They're monstrous. They're wonderful. What's up? Not my FTP. Well, as long as it's not down. Oh my goodness. That's interesting you say that. I was just thinking about I don't know if you caught my preface here, but I gotta do some hard work. I gotta do some intervals this morning. My schedule's a little wacky. I have another mountain bike race this weekend and one the next weekend. Our series races. And am I just tired still from the trip? But yeah, so I have to do some like what we call anaerobic repetitions this morning. So I have to do sets of 5 about 3-minute intervals. About as high above threshold as I can get. And it's interesting because like this point in my season, we're more focused on that than like functional threshold power. There was like, I don't know, I say maybe spring, early spring, late winter even is like really focusing on that FCP 20-minute. But mountain biking kind of lends itself to this dynamic, but also Zwift racing. You know, that like 2-minute top end power is often what those are like the major moves. Well, in a lot of racing, I guess that you're gonna make a move and try to put space between yourself and another rider. Or like I said with mountain biking, there's all these like between changing sections in the course or hill climbs or starts or a whole shot for the single track. You have to really have that spike in your power. So I haven't paid much attention to where my FTP's at lately, but I've been watching and working on my watts per kilogram, you know, for that 2 to 3 minutes amount of time. And that's been cool because I've seen in the last couple months like a really good spike in that I've never come anywhere close to before. So That's good. That's what I need right now in the middle of my race season. You'll probably see that dynamic play out here once I get through one of my sets. So I'll do a set of 5. Like I said, 2 to 3 minute efforts. And usually my first 2 will be, the first one for sure will be pretty high. The second one, I can probably pull off something decent, maybe close to the first. And then the next 3 will be pretty good suffering for less than mediocre numbers, but that's how you do it. So it's neat to see that at least I know I have those first 2 that I can kick really high, and slowly over time, the hope is that throughout the course of like a set of 5 of those, the power can be a little more consistent, a little higher throughout the course of all of them. So let's see. Magic carpet ride. I was the lettering on the chat in front of me is really little today, and I was like, what is that big long word? Okay. Asks, do I watch pro cycling? Mostly, yeah, Zismansky. I watch my hubby kill it. Yep. That's right. Mr. Overwatch, Nathan Guerra. Not really. If anything, I'm gonna take time or put the initiative into finding anything to watch. It would most likely be like a women's UCI World Cup mountain bike race. It's just fairly impossible for me to find time to watch much of anything. Yeah, we don't actually have TV. We have a TV, but it's all used for internet or hooked up to computers. No, I mean, I love to follow what's happening in the Tour de France, but there's no space in my life for me to actually watch it. Maybe little bits here and there. Maybe I'll catch one of those like stage overviews, or I don't know. What's it called? They kind of just recap the day. They give you the highlights. Yeah. That's it. Highlights. Yikes. Yeah. Sismancy says not watching it so much anymore, but watching a lot of Zwift races. Well, when it's people you know and are involved in, it definitely makes it a little more interesting, right? Looks like we got Scotty Weiss in the house, or is that Katrina? Oh, man. Seriously, this morning, I woke up and was just like mad at the thought of having to do this workout. Yeah, Szymanski. Maybe if there's some new American rising star that had a chance to win. Yeah, it would throw a little, you know, shake things up a little bit. That would definitely make it more interesting. Good morning, Mr. Tweed. On your lunch break. That'd be nice to have some company on my torture intervals today. Ugh. Oh, yeah, Scotty, there we go. Working and watching. It's kind of nice, right? People who are near computer screens anyway for their jobs kind of have this stuff on. I hear a lot of that. You see a lot of it. It's great. Okay. All right, let's see. Where am I on the course here? So what I'll actually probably do here in a little bit is, like I said, these are usually about 3-minute intervals, anaerobic intervals, but sometimes I get irritated just staring at the clock. So I don't know, some days I'm up for that. Some days I'm not. And if I'm going to use the resistance on the trainer, that can be, I don't know, weird when you're just going for a short amount of time like that. So when I have this workout, sometimes, and I'm doing it on Zwift, sometimes I'll just use the hill. So I'll do like up the short side of the hill for me is usually about 2 minutes, which is a little shorter than what I need. But then up the back side of the hill for me is usually, what is it, maybe 4.5. So, so it evens it out. Maybe one of my sets or intervals will be a little bit longer. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do today, which mostly ends up looking like me turning around a bunch and going up and down one or the other side of the hill. But it's kind of fun. A lot of you guys would probably get irritated by that, as my guess, right? I don't know. What do you think? Would you turn around and go up and down the hill? Steven, yeah, Nathan's in the chat. There's not really much of a thing, Steven, in a house of 5 children who never leave. Our kids are homeschooled, where husband and wife time isn't anything but interrupted. Okay, am I doing my intervals live? Yes. This is Mansky. What were you going to suggest? Not give any chance to any other lady having the KOMs for an hour. Yeah, it is. It's like I said, this is a mentally and physically difficult workout. Even when you're fresh, that can be the case. Not really ever excited to do this workout. Sometimes I am, maybe in last year. Oh my gosh, but when you're tired, it's kind of like, oh, okay. So yeah, having that marker on the course, it just naturally has a time for me, and it naturally has a point, a line to cross. Is really helpful. Gonna suck down a power bar gel here because when I get up early in the morning and do really difficult workouts, it's not much opportunity for me to eat. So managing that can be a bit of a chore. Whoa. What was that? Some sort of group ride? It looked like the clone army from Star Wars. Enjoy the suffering. Yeah, thanks. I'll remember you said that. Enjoy the rest of your workday, though. Thanks, Stephen, for joining. Was hoping that group would head up the mountain. So I could smoke them, yeah. I'll hit 400 watts. You just wait and see. Yeah, I need a good... I try to warm up for half hour for sure in the morning like this. So I'll turn around at some point soon. Henry Hardy, hey, good morning. London was awesome and exhausting. I don't know if you've ever peeked at my my Facebook profile, but it's all pretty well documented on there. But one of my most recent posts was kind of to sum it all up, and I think it was in 90 hours, I had about 8 hours of sleep total, raced my bike twice, crossed the Atlantic Ocean on a plane twice. It was intense. So I would have loved to just have more time, but we made the choice to not skip one of our series mountain bike races, which is what condensed the trip so badly like that. Quentin, good morning. How do you choose, Graham, I just saw this. How do you choose what route you do each time you go live? Usually on Tuesdays, I just go with default route because I'm just doing a chat ride. But I picked the route that I'm doing this morning because it suits the type of intervals I need to do coming up here in a moment. Oh, I got raspy throat this morning. Get myself a sweat rag. I have power brow gels spilt on my hands, handlebars. Ugh. All right, let's see. Where am I at with the time here? What is... Okay, here we go. Sorry, I got behind in the comments there. Okay, is it more about terrain or type of workout? Both. It's both. So I have to do 3-minute anaerobic repetitions. Is kind of the baseline for the workout, but I use the hill because it's about 2 minutes up one side and about 4 minutes up the other side for me. And I just like to have that mark, you know, to do these minutes. And it's just mentally more motivating to have that, to use that part on the course that naturally has a countdown and a finish line. Speaking of which, I need to turn around here. I'm gonna get started on these guys soon here. Just looking for something here. All right, I forgot something that I need to grab really quick. So you guys get to listen to a song from my upcoming album. I'll be right back.
Trying to prove, but we might see the truth. Walking in each other's shoes, it's the best kind of proof. I'll take yours, you take mine too. We reach up high, we rise and fly, but they don't like it, they ain't smiling. Well, if you don't mind, we'll keep flying.
Thanks, Graham. He says, congrats on London. Nathan, who scheduled those horrible things for you, right? Yeah, this is the song that haunts Nathan's dreams. Only that was the, like, prehistoric version.
Now let me tell you how I really feel. No mask on, this is my really real. If you don't mind, I'ma speak my mind, releasing the grief that's buried deep and keeping peace from shining. Yeah, cause I've been on the grind, giving time. Don't wanna just get by, I wanna fly. You've been hating for a minute, it's made you blind. What's wrong with going all out? Hey, we all trying. Hey,
Mr. Frank Garcia, the man in the house. Hey, hey. Tim says, good day. Oh, are you Australian? Sorry. Most of my training is on the indoor trainer. I do it usually in the morning before my kids wake up. Since I race mountain bikes, I try to make sure I get out to the trails and work on bike handling once a week. But almost, and maybe if it's nice and it works out and I can get out in the morning, I'll do some other hard workout outside. But that just doesn't often happen. So yeah, almost completely. All right, sorry. Man, I get distracted in here with all these screens. Carrie Conover! CVR veteran herself now. Hello to you. Good morning. Ooh, Frank, I like what we're saying here. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna hit play on that one more time and then that'll be it. I'm gonna play it till everyone's sick of it. It's called market saturation. That's what I heard. Just kidding. Alright, well, today instead of listening to Mrs. Coach run her mouth for an hour, you get to see her flex her muscles a little bit, so hopefully it's not boring. I'll try not to pant into the mic as much as I usually do. I was really hoping to have a heart rate monitor going this morning, but we can't find it. We have one heart rate monitor between the two of us that has like a worn out elastic band I have to tie up with a ponytail holder to make it fit me. Yeah, drooling from the mouth, I might do that. Probably blow my nose a couple times. I just hate having to say goodbye to that jersey when I turn around. Thanks, you guys. Hey, Martin. Hey, Lou. Thanks, you guys. Frank. I have to look at those comments while I'm suffering. That will help. I usually try to keep my eyes on the power. So just so you guys know, my goal for these is to consistently keep it above 5 watts per kilogram. So, like I said, right now, my first 1 or 2 of these is usually really high, but then I struggle to eke out the next 3 in a set before I recover. And I used to try to approach it, like typically when I first start this workout for the season, I try to temper it a little bit on the first few so that I can finish the workout fairly consistently. But now that I've got enough of these under my belt, I know that I'm going to see the biggest adaptations from just pushing as hard as I can and getting and this is the type of workout by the end of it I should be utterly spent, almost more so than a race, because you don't typically do the kind of efforts in a race that you do in intervals, because you know that you'd blow yourself up. But that's kind of the point of this kind of workout. How many extra watts does the Guerra give? It's got to be at least 10. It does something. I'm sure of it. Martin says, when do we get a downhill jersey? I think they have those, just not on Zwift. And typically you'd be needing to ride one of those bikes with the ginormous shocks and be wearing a motorcycle helmet and be riding down a mountain. Richard, you gotta remember, this is a woman who's given birth 5 times. And there are some crossovers between that experience and interval workouts. Let me tell you, at moments, just at moments, maybe. You should hear me when I'm racing my mountain bike. There's a guy who rode behind me almost the entire race, my last race. A couple times he asked me, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I just suffer out loud." Aw, see, I'm talking to you guys. I forgot what I was doing. Okay. This is why Nathan doesn't let me drive. Directionally challenged. All right, now let's not go there, Richard. Come on now. Just kidding. I'm just messing around with you. He says, which is more painful, childbirth or the Zwift? KOM. I'd say the similarity comes in with the elements of your body just screaming at you like, "Oh, this does not feel good. Just stop it." And you say, "Nope, I can't stop. We're just gonna get it over with." That's where the grr comes in. Hey, Jeremy, thanks for the ride on. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Zizmansky says, oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, Discord. I can hear the yelling at me to go faster. Thanks, Richard. Gila, is that how you say your name? Thank you. Ugh. All right. Okay. Robert says, is there a way for you to do my hills for me? Absolutely. I just don't know if that'll benefit you in any way. Well, you know, Richard, you could always hop on your bike and kind of pace me through these lovely intervals if you really wanted to. Darn, I gotta remember to turn around as soon as I crest the top. Somebody remind me next time if I don't do that. One of the things that's also not pleasant about this is I'm riding Nathan's bike right now because mine was falling apart. It has longer cranks than my bike and a seat that hurts my bum. All those little things that you can just ignore. Otherwise, you just have to irritate the crap out of you when you're suffering already. Sismansky says, send one of your kids to a pro mechanic class. That's a great idea. Maybe once Kyle's a little bit older. Okay. Oh, I have a little bit of congestion with. sorry. Okay. Oh man, I'm so ADD sometimes. I don't know how Nathan does this all the time where he does his workouts and live streams. I get utterly distracted. Gila. Well, it's just years, slowly over years of hard workouts like this. This is Mansky. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it's some congestion. It gets worse when you're riding. Well, I didn't even really notice this till right now either. But when you're like sucking, gasping for air on a hard interval, and it like catches the congestion in the back of your throat, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm choking. That's like the worst thing in the world. All right, here we go again. Oh, there's this ocean of people again. It's the stormtroopers. Oh, there they go. They have the same jersey on, most of them, which is awesome. All right, this man, see this time I'll try staring at the comments. But you gotta let me know anytime I drop below 5, which will probably happen a lot this time. Like I said, I get those 2 good ones at first, and the rest of them I just get through. To try not to punch it so hard in the very beginning. Oh, that's the hill. Shoot. There's a leg on the other screen. Yeah, thanks. Sismansky. He says, Rachel's right on my tail, but Guerra takes the win. You know what's super funny about that? Oh, Simon Russell, great effort. Thank you. Is I'm writing this thing about how to grow women's cycling, because I I applied for this ambassador program recently. It was like a sponsorship with a bicycle company, and they turned me down. But writing it, I had to, put words on like, well, what's my take on, being a female cyclist and how to grow it, and that's what these bike companies are looking for out of female athletes. So it made me just think about a lot of this stuff and try to put words on it in a different way. But it made me think of like just my experience over the years in it, and how the whole thing has unfolded for me until now. So there was all these years where I wasn't racing at all, like pretty much through baby number 3, 4, and 5. And towards the end there, I couldn't even come along to the races because we literally couldn't even afford the travel. Nathan had to borrow a friend's Prius to get himself to the races because we have a ginormous gas guzzler that is big enough to haul 7 people and their bikes around. But during those years that I used to just come along to the races with the kids, I'd go out and pre-ride the courses. So I was like, well, I just got to take what I can get as far as riding. So I'd go out and like pre-ride the courses, and I'd like pretend like I was racing all the time, like what I'd be doing if I was in a race, and like imagine myself winning. And people think that's kind of goofy and childish, but there's like entire studies and psychology and philosophy around that whole idea, right? I mean, athletes at the highest levels are coached in those types of like meditation exercises. So it made me think of that when you said that. I was thinking about all those years that I used to go do that. I remember even talking to the girl who was winning all the races at the time and telling her about pretending like I was racing out on the course, and I'd be like, yeah, I mean, it's so much fun. I mean, I win pretty much every time. All right, going back for more. Sismansky says, yeah, if only Shaq could envision himself making free throws. Yeah, I was coasting the first 10 seconds because I was watching the stream screen, which has about a 10-second lag. So I was going to try to watch the comments, but that's probably not going to work out very well. All right. Ugh. All right, 2 more of these, and then I'm out as far as the stream goes. Finish the rest of my suffering in the company of some good tunes. It's just more important for me to get some good focused work in and not have to worry about not panting in the microphone. All right, let's see. Where am I? All right, here we go. What? It didn't look like I was doing intervals before that one? All right. Oh, Nathan says, get the playlist on, yeah. That would help. Oh, man. Ah. Hey, Brian. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's torture and over a morning workout. See, I can't even talk straight now. I'm starting to slur my words.
1, 2, 3, 4. You got that beat bumping out of your heart.
There we go.
Floating deep from your soul and twitching out through your feet. Yeah, you got that beat bumping out of your heart.
There we go.
Deep from your soul and twitching out through your feet.
Sorry about that.
Come on. When I trudge the daily grind, yeah.
All right. Where am I? One more hill interval. Right? Did 4. Yep.
I sing it out loud when I'm running out of time. I sing it out loud when I think I lose my mind.
Okay. Yeah. Brian says, breathe.
I sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it all the way round.
All right.
Sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it You got that beat bumping out of your heart, exploding deep from your soul and twitching out through your feet. Yeah, you got that beat bumping out of your
Yeah, like I said,
your soul and twitching out through your feet.
3, 4, 5 into these, it starts to just be all out. Breathing. Struggle. Chris Penrose, much better watching you do it than actually doing it myself. I know, right? Why is that? Oh. All right, let's hit the banner and turn around. One more before I get some decent recovery. Oh, my mom joined. Maureen Jean Eulenberg, that's my mom, you guys. Give that woman a shout out. You cannot imagine what it was like raising me. Crash? Dismansky, what's crash? The stream? Me? On my bike? The music? Oh, the other rider is turning in front of me. Yeah. You know, actually what I hate more than that is when you come right up on somebody when you're drafting and then the creepy face comes at you, right? It takes up your whole screen. Whoa! I think I hate that worse than anything else in Zwift. My mom.
You got that beat bumping out of your heart, exploding deep from your soul and twitching out through your feet. Yeah, you got that beat bumping out of your heart, exploding deep from your soul and twitching out through your feet.
Okay.
Come on. Ow. Yeah. When I trudge the daily grind, yeah. I sing it out loud when things weigh upon my
All right, you guys. This is my last interval in this set. The temptation is to just get it over with and be like, bah, whatever. But I want to do a good job. So you need to like yell at me and text. Here we go.
sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it all the way round. I sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it oh. We gon' sing it. We gon' sing it. We gon' sing it. We gon' sing. I sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it all the way round. I sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it I sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it out loud. I sing it all the way round. I sing it out loud. I sing it out exploding deep from your soul and twitching out through your feet, yeah. You got that beat bumping out of your heart, exploding deep from your soul and twitching out through your feet, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. You got that beat.
Blah. Ugh. Oh, I think this room needs to get dusted too. That's one part that stinks about indoor training is you got all these fans blowing not fresh air around. Don't puke on Nate's bike. I've never experienced the puking from hard exercise phenomena, thankfully. From what I hear, all the toughest athletes puke, so maybe I'm not tough. Yeah. See? Seriously? Yeah. Okay. Hey, Kirk, Callie says thanks for the ride on the other day. Well, you're welcome. Yeah, that's kind of the key, hey, as Mancy says. Figuring out what you can and can't eat or drink around a ride. Yeah, that's probably huge. Yeah, that's interesting. I figured out like right when I started racing that I couldn't drink anything besides water. So like before the race, I could have like an electrolyte drink, and I could take a gel. I can take gels and then wash them down with some water. But even if I were to like mix the gel in the water, I don't know, my stomach, it would make me feel sick to my stomach. It's weird. All right. Catch my breath here again. That'll be good. So what's next for any of you guys in your cycling endeavors? Yes, this man's got the super long stream going today, I know. Okay. Tismansky says, I have a 4-week Wednesday night series coming up. Oh, cool. So for 4 weeks, it's every Wednesday night. Sprint for points every 5 laps. That sounds exciting. Well, put it out there on Facebook or something. Let us know how it goes. Sprint for double points on lap 10, then get dropped. Yeah, it's interesting how you gotta pick and choose your plays like that when you're racing, hey? Yeah, you can't. It's hard to recover from an all-out effort like that. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a day here today, guys, for the stream. A couple more intervals I need to finish up. But I'm gonna try to just focus in good and get those done quickly and efficiently. So next week, Nathan will be in Iceland doing this epic stage race around the island of Iceland with a team assembled by Zwift, which is super awesome. I'm assuming there'll be ways for us to kind of like follow it live while it's going on. But that means I won't have my tech man here next week, Tuesday. So unless I can get like, you know, some super quick lesson on that I actually like understand on how to run the stream myself, which is unlikely, I wouldn't be around next week, Tuesday, for my normal life and cycling with Mrs. Coach. But I'll have to see if we can figure that out there somehow. But otherwise, it'll be 2 weeks then. Not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, until I'm back for this. But in the meantime, check out all the rest of what's going on ZCL, and I will try to figure out if there's any way to make that work before next Tuesday. Yeah, just leave, Mrs. Mancy says, just leave the stream running the whole time he's gone. Yeah, that might be a different kind of stream. That would be like, you need to have like a live stream channel that's the Guerra household life. It'd be like one of those freak reality shows. It'd be cool, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, right, Zwift Community Live. Nathan says, I will just take over commentary and productions. No problem. No problem. All right, thank you so much for those of you who joined the chat. Zizmansky, thank you for all the motivation for this workout. I really needed it this morning. I seriously was so cranky when I woke up. It was like tempting to cry at the thought of how tired I was, and then having to like get up in the morning and do all the stuff I gotta do to just get up, get moving, get on the bike, and do a hard workout. So thank you. That actually like helps a ton. I really appreciate it. Carrie, hey, thanks for joining. Yeah, it's super exciting for Nathan to be able to do that. So, all right, you guys are awesome. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Thank you again, you guys.